What is up, everybody? Welcome back to the channel. We are back with some more NBA on this nice Friday after Christmas. Hope you guys all had a Merry Christmas. Hopefully you guys had a great day yesterday. I do want to say our free picks from yesterday did not go smoothly at all. I apologize for the terrible free picks. We had some hooks everywhere. We had some DMPs. We had some pretty bad free picks yesterday. I'm not even going to lie. Not a good Christmas gift from your boy Ace in terms of the free picks. Now, talking about our VIP plays, the bet tracker, we're up another $380 yesterday on our money lines, which means we're up $5,500 so far on the month, which has been a killer month of December on these money lines. I'm going to show you guys all the money lines that I played yesterday. So the ones that I played yesterday, I'm going to come to my bets. I ended up playing a sweetheart teaser for NFL. Should have cashed it, man. The only one that missed was the Lions, and I had the Lions getting 3.5 points on this teaser. So it was Lions plus 3.5. They sold. I had Knicks and Golden State, you can see, the Spurs plus 9.5. I honestly should have just took Spurs money line like I wanted to, but I took the safe route and took 9.5. And then I took the Nuggets money line, and I need to switch this to an S because that will drive me crazy. But you guys can see, 3 of our 4 money lines from yesterday ended up cashing, and we profited $380 after losing 1 unit on the teaser. So it could have been way better if that teaser would have hit, but $5,500, not bad. Player props were up yesterday as well, so we're up probably 30. I don't know the exact number on player props. It's around $3,500 for the month. Parlay play's been struggling the last couple of days. Looking at some of our wins from yesterday, we swept the board on Prizepicks. Played these 4 slips on Prizepicks, all of them cashed. An SGA with the Jokic free square, $100 to win 200. $100 4-man here for our kicker slip that cashed. $100 3-man here for a double up, and then $100 3-man for a double up is here. So we dominated double ups yesterday. Here's the 3 money lines that I played with Spurs. Put 1 unit, Nuggets 1 unit, Knicks and Golden State 1 unit, which cashed. Played these 2 slips on chalkboard. They were $5 max free squares for Dak and Isaiah Pacheco. So could only play $5. They both cashed. So if you had a low bankroll, then that was actually some good wins for you. But for me, it didn't add up to much overall on my bankroll, but I'm still happy with the wins. Then we cashed these 2 over on parlay play. Overall, yesterday was a good day. Hopefully, we can continue that going. I am going to be picking 2 winners from each video from yesterday. So 4 winners for free VIP today, which is absolutely crazy. I don't think I've ever done that in a video. So make sure you guys leave a like on this video. If this video gets 250 likes, I will select a random comment down below to win a free month. So drop a like, leave a comment. You do have to be a subscriber to win. We're over 40K subs. Appreciate all of you guys for that. So let's pick our 2 winners from the NFL video first. Winner number 1 is going to be for Greg Smith, who said, "You guys have done an amazing job helping all of us. Thank you." Well, Greg, I really do appreciate the kind words, my man. I do try as hard as I can to give you guys winning picks. I know some days they're not the best. Other days they do really good. So overall, hopefully you've had a good experience. If you're not in the Discord, join it. I got you for that free month of VIP, my man, and I do appreciate the love and support. For the next winner from this video, we're going to be taking our man, the 92 Devin. So, all right, Devin, first of all, man, you are always dropping positivity in the comments. So I want to say thank you for that. It doesn't go unlooked. A lot of times I struggle to reply to all the comments because I'll get 300 or 400 comments a video now. It makes it very hard to reply. So I do read them. So just know, man, I see the love and support. I appreciate it, man. He said, just sending my support. Ryan and the VIP family have paid for over 50% of my Christmas. All right, this right here is crazy, man. Absolutely crazy. If that is true, bro, I am so thankful to be able to do that for you. He said, thank you so much for real, bro. Well, Devin, I know you're in the Discord already, or I'm 90% sure you are anyway, but send me a message on Discord, and I got you that free month, man. I do appreciate that for real, dude. So picking our winners from the next 2 videos, or the next video, the NBA video. Winner number 1 is going to be for B-Dog, who said VIP. B-Dog, you got yourself that VIP, man. Send me a message on Discord, and I'll get you added. And then for our last winner of the video, Helen, I'm not going to try to say your last name. I know you've been watching for a long time. You always drop positivity as well. And, I mean, Helen has been watching for years, I'm pretty sure. So, Merry Christmas, Fantasy Aces family. Merry Christmas to you too, or you as well, Helen. I do appreciate it. And send me a message on Discord for that free month. So, all right, guys, let's talk about these games. If your name wasn't picked, I'm very sorry. You can get it next time. I promise you guys are going to get it. If you guys don't want to wait for free VIP and you want to join, just click the Discord link down in the description. You join the Discord for free. If you want to get all the VIP plays, which means you get every single slip that I personally play. So if you guys want to get every slip that was posted on that bet tracker and you could be up a lot yourself, join our VIP. $10 a week or $25 per month. and it's 20% off right now if you use code NBA all caps. So you can get $8 per week, or you can get $20 a month. It's not going to get cheaper, I promise. Would love to have you guys in here, but let's talk about these games. So we got a big NBA slate. Some of these games are good. Some of these games are not so good. There's going to be some games I fade, some games that I play a lot on. So let's talk about them. First game's going to be the Hornets versus the Magic. Now, this is a spot where the Magic are minus 215 favorites at home, a 5.5-point spread with a 231.5 total. Right now, majority of the money's going to be on the Magic. Do I think the Magic win this game? I think they have a strong chance, but I also think that getting the Hornets for plus 200 is not a bad underdog bet. I think they're live dogs here. The Hornets have majority of their team back. The Magic are missing a lot, so let's talk about the injuries here. So looking at Charlotte, they are missing Kalkbrenner, Mason Plumlee, and Grant Williams. Other than that, they're pretty much fully healthy. You got Ball, Miller, Bridges, Diabetes, or I call him Diabetes sometimes, to be honest with you, because it's easier to say. Then you got Knuppel. So this team, starting five, not looking that bad. When you look at Orlando has a questionable Goga Bitadze. We have a doubtful Colin Castleton. We have Tristan De Silva, who is probable, and then we got Jalen Suggs, who is doubtful. So you got Castleton and Suggs most likely sitting. We have Wagner, who's obviously still out. You have Goga, who is potentially not going to play. And then you have De Silva, who's probable, but there's still a chance he doesn't play. So starting five right now for the Magic, still pretty dang good. I mean, you got Banchero, you got Bane, you got Black, you got Wendell Carter, you got Jones. Like we got some decent players here. I do think this is a spot where the Charlotte Hornets could come out here and get a dub. They've lost 2 of their last 3 versus Detroit and Cleveland, beat the Wizards. Magic have lost 3 of their last 5 actually, and they lost to some good teams as well. So I do think the Magic are the better team right now. Playing at home is hard to beat Orlando, but when you taking a team at plus 200 in this spot, I don't think is that bad. So that's all I'm going to say for that game. You can do what you want with it. Next game is going to be the Heat versus the Hawks. This is a very high total at 245.5. Right now, the Hawks are minus 131 favorites at home, a 2.5-point spread. Right now, it's almost a 50-50 split. You actually have more money on the Heat covering a 2.5-point spread. Now, Miami's missing some players. They're missing Tyler Hero still. Bam is questionable. Johnson's questionable. Jovic is probable. And then you got Larson, who is probable. Rozier, we just ain't going to talk about it. All right, so that being said, Atlanta's pretty much, I'm not going to say fully healthy. They've got a lot of their starters back. They're missing some other some role players and things like that. Porzingis is still out for an illness, so Porzingis, I think, is a pretty big loss for Atlanta, to be honest with you. If you look at Atlanta's starting 5, they got Trae Young, Dyson Daniels, Ricochet, Jalen Johnson, and Okongwu. So they got their starting 5 that they need right now. I think the starting 5 is better than this Miami starting 5, especially if Bam sits, personally. So I do think this Hawks team is better. Playing them at home makes it even tougher. Miami has won one of their last 9 games, or one of their last 9 or 10, whatever. I think it's 9 right there. But one of their last 9 games, they struggled. Hawks have lost 4 in a row. They lost back-to-back games versus the Bulls and 2 close, very fast-paced losses. So these 2 losses are tough for Atlanta. Playing at home again, I really just don't think Miami on the road is going to come beat them. Miami on the road has struggled, and they've struggled with a decently healthy team as well. So even when Hero plays and Bam plays, they're struggling. If Bam sits, this could get ugly. I think that game does stay competitive, but give me Atlanta for almost even money right now at minus 131. That's what I'm going to run with. Next game's going to be Pacers Celtics. This is a game that I'm personally fading. You can play some player props on it. I don't mind Jaylen Brown here. I don't mind Pascal Siakam in this game, but for me, this is going to be a no bet for the most part, unless I do play Siakam's boost on parlay play. I do have Brown for 25 points. I think he gets that. This should be decently fast paced. It shows 221.5. I think it's going to be higher than that. I think the over on this total cashes. So both teams kind of injured up, beaten a little bit. So give me the Celtics to win, but in terms of actually putting money on it, you're not going to see me bet on this game unless it's the over on the total. Next game's going to be Wizards versus Raptors. Give me the Raptors here all day. It's a 228.5 total. The Wizards don't play very good defense. 80% of the money's on the Raptors. Toronto's the better team by far, in my opinion, coming off of a 21-point win versus Miami. They're missing R.J. Barrett and Jakob Poeltl once again. Washington pretty much has a full, healthy team. They are missing Corey Kispert and Cam Whitmore. Right now, they have their starting 5 right now: McCollum, Keyshawn George, Calibli, Middleton, and Sarr. So got a decent team here. Overall, I wonder what his lines are. Keyshawn George, I'm just curious. Point line is 14.5. Okay. I was just kidding. I'm not kidding, but just curious. McCollum, untrustworthy. I was trying to look and see if there's any players over here that I'd want to play. I usually stay away from the Wizards players due to blowouts, but I think this game they have a chance of keeping it close. Give me Toronto to win. I don't think they're going to come out here and lose. A lot of money on the Raptors though, so maybe this is a spot for Washington at plus 280 to be an underdog favorite that or an underdog that you can lock in. But I don't think it's a bad play, but it is definitely going to be risky. And I do think the Raptors win this game, so you're not going to see me put money on Washington today. Next game is going to be the Sixers versus the Bulls. Fast-paced game again, 239.5. Bulls are plus 105 at home. Underdogs, pretty much even odds if you're being honest. The majority of money is kind of split down the middle. More money on the Bulls spread, more money on the Sixers money line. Look at these two teams. The Bulls have won 5 of their last 6 games, and then the Sixers have won 3 of their last 5. So they just lost to the Nets. The Bulls looking pretty strong, beating Atlanta twice, and then beating the Cavs 2 games in a row. If you look at this Philly lineup, lots of injuries to watch out for. So Barlow's questionable, Edgecombe is questionable, Embiid is questionable, and Quentin Grimes is questionable. Obviously, still missing Kelly Oubre and Trendon Watford. If you look at the Chicago Bulls side of things, they're only missing our man Noah, however you say his name. Anyways, I do think that this is a spot for the Bulls, especially if some of these players sit. Now, this game could be competitive head-to-head versus these two teams. The Bulls have won 3 straight, and they lost the last 2 the first 2 from last season versus the Sixers. So one game this season, they won 113 to 111. So Bulls at home, I like them in this spot, especially if you can get them for even odds or plus money when all these injuries are for the Sixers. If the Sixers are missing players, they're probably going to become the plus money team. So if you're going to play the Sixers and you think their players are going to sit, I'd probably wait to lock this in. But give me the Bulls in that game. I think they win at home. Next game is going to be the Suns versus the Pelicans. Pelicans plus 172, another 239.5 total, another good game for player props. 83% of the money is going to be on the Suns, which makes me want to take the Pelicans, but the Suns have taken my moolah a lot this season when I bet against them. So the Suns are one of those teams where I don't feel comfortable betting against them anymore, guys. I don't think they keep proving me wrong. I just don't think they're that good. I'm gonna be honest. They just beat the teams that I had them versus Golden State, and I played Golden State, and Golden State won. But when you look at the other games, I think I had them in the first game versus Golden State where they beat Golden State, and then I thought the Lakers might beat them. They beat the Lakers. They blown the Lakers out. So it's tough, man. I think the Pelicans have looked better this lately. They beat Houston, they beat Dallas, they beat Chicago, and they beat Portland. They've been looking pretty dang strong. Put them at home, and I think they have a decent chance at upsetting this Suns team. Right now, the Suns are missing Grayson Allen and Jalen Green. Kobe is questionable. If you look at the Pelican side of things, you got Herbert Jones still out, DeJounte Murray is out, and Jordan Poole is questionable. If Poole plays, he's a good player for this team or a good pickup for this team. I think the Zion should be playing tonight. I don't just think he's not starting the game. I'm not real sure exactly what's going on with Zion, but regardless, I think the Pelicans here at plus 170 is not a bad play. I may sprinkle something on that, but the Suns scare me, and I haven't been giving the Suns the respect they deserve, so I may end up just fading this game as well. I do think it's good for player props, though. Next game is going to be the Bucks versus the Grizzlies. I'm fading this game completely. I'm not even going to pick a winner. Next game is going to be the Pistons versus the Jazz. You got Jazz plus 376 at home, a 9.5 spread, and a 243.5 total. One of the highest, I think it's the second highest pace total on the slate. Looking at the money, majority of the money is obviously going to be on the Pistons with 83%. The Pistons are the far better team. The Jazz do have Lauri Markkanen. I like Lauri Markkanen here. Detroit potentially missing Ronald Highland, Isaac Jones questionable. Jazz are missing Kessler and Niang once again as usual. So nothing new here really on this injury news side of things. Neither teams have played back-to-backs or anything like that. The Jazz are on a 4-game loss streak. And then you got the Pistons who are on a 7 of their last 8 games win streak. So obviously Pistons should win this game. I do think it does stay potentially close. I think Markkanen and Keontae George have good games, so if you want to play those, you can do that. Last game on the slate is going to be the Clippers versus the Trailblazers. You got the Clippers barely favored on the road versus Portland. Portland plus 112 at home, a 2.5-point spread, and a pretty decently low total at 226.5. Right now, Clippers on a 2-game win streak. Beat the Lakers and Houston. So 2 strong wins. Trailblazers, 2 losses in a row. Orlando and Detroit. 2 strong losses, really. Lost to 2 good teams. Got beat by a beat-up Orlando, though, I will say that. Give me the Clippers. That's all I'm going to say. Lots of injuries on Portland. Give me the Clippers here. I think the Clippers are the better team overall. I do know that the old age has been tough on them this season. They're 8-21. They've not looked good. I can't put much money on the Clippers. I can't put my own money on this game just because I have the Clippers on my ban list for now. I just don't see myself playing them. They've chalked some what I expected to be easy wins for them this season that they've lost. So players getting pulled on a 8-point blowout. Things are not even a blowout, an 8-point game. They pull the starter. So hard for me to trust this team. Coaching is horrendous, but I do think they win this game. So we'll see what happens. But that's what I got for these. I know I didn't give you guys a whole lot of just real answers. I took the Hawks. I've got the Bulls, potentially the Pelicans, potentially the Hornets. We got some decent underdogs here. I like the Raptors. We got some favorites we could play in parlays if we wanted to do that. But overall, the slate's not bad for player props in my opinion. And let's lock some in, guys. Let's lock these in live. I got 4 picks for you guys, 2 slips we're going to lock in. So the first slip that I'm going to start with is going to be for our man Norman Powell. So I'm anticipating that Bam may not play this game. He might play, he might not. I'm not sure what's going to happen with Bam. But if Bam sits, Norman Powell at 29.5 PRA or his point lines is probably a pretty good play, in my opinion. If you look at this game, it's the fastest paced game on the slate against Atlanta. Atlanta gives up a lot of stats for every single category, both point or all 3 points, rebounds, and assists. Look at them versus the guard position. Lots of stats given up to the guard position, both point guard and shooting guard. Lineup, we can see Bam is questionable. You click Bam. Well, I did not mean to click Bam like that. I meant to click Bam as questionable. You can see questionable for nursing a back injury. Liston's questionable for Friday's game against the Hawks due to lower back soreness. Not really much that we can say here in terms of if he's going to play or not. But we'll keep an eye out for this. If Bam sits, I like Norman Powell a lot. Even if Bam plays, I like Norman Powell here. If you go to without player, go without Bam. He's cashed 4 or 6 games, averaging 33 PRA almost. So it's a good spot for Norman Powell. He stepped it up a lot of these games where they're missing some players. And versus the Hawks, I think this is going to be a very good matchup for him at 29.5 PRA. So let's pull it up over here on Parlay Play. I do want to say if you guys want a free month of VIP, you can sign up for any partnered app down in the description. The one I recommend a lot right now is going to be Parlay Play. Code Fantasy Aces on any of these apps, including Parlay Play, gets you a deposit match up to $100. Parlay Play gives you a free $5 bet, and they will give you I give you a free month of VIP. So sign up for that. You can get 7 full months for free. Just let me know in Discord if you do. So we're going to pull this up on both Prizepicks and Parlay Play and see where the value is better at. Okay. Or that can happen too. I don't even know what just happened there. PRA, Norman Powell, 29.5. And who are we going to pair him with? So we're going to be pairing Norman Powell with Lauri Markkanen. So I like Markkanen here versus the Pistons. I think it is a game where the Jazz could potentially keep this close. I mean, this could be a blowout game. It is. I'm not going to lie. That's a pretty big spread. But getting Lauri at 29.5 PRA is not bad at all. He's cashed at 72% of games on the season. He's playing, obviously, pretty decent minutes. His last game he played, 35 minutes? Or 36 minutes his last game. So he should come out and play decent minutes tonight. I expect over 30. Head-to-head versus the Pistons, he's cashed one of his last 2. He has one game this season where he did hook this line. Pistons don't give up many stats, but if you go to the power forward position, they give up more stats to the power forward position than they do any other position in the league other than the shooting guard, and it's pretty close. This one pretty averages out to be almost the same. So I'm just going to say power forward. They give it the most points and rebounds at that position. Lauri Markkanen's a big guy. He can get rebounds. He can score. Hard to guard sometimes, and he should put up a decent amount of shot volume. So give me Lauri Markkanen for 29.5 PRA. I think this line's low, or not low, but I think it's a spot where Lauri can catch this line anyways. So 29.5 gives us a 1.9x over on Parlay Play. Now let's see what it ends up being on Prizepicks. So Markkanen, PRA, ends up being a 2x. So it's actually a 0.1x better on Parlay Play. I'm going to lock it in live. I know it's a 0.11x difference. $28 I'm losing by doing this. This is not what I recommend doing. I recommend you guys going and playing it on Prizepicks. But just to lock it in for video, I'll take my $28 loss, and I'll go ahead and play it here. So we'll click lock. We'll lock this in. It'll load shortly, but that's what we got. Next slip we're going to start with is going to be for our man Anthony Black. Now, this play is a plus money play if you straight bet it. It's going to be a 1.9x on Parlay Play. That's all I'm going to say because it is going to be riskier. This is the riskier slip in my opinion. I like the other slip slightly better. But you can get Anthony Black at 8.5 rebounds and assists. He's cashed it 30% of games in the season, but he has cashed this in, 9 of his last 10 games, averaging 11. Head-to-head, he's been under every game versus Charlotte, but it's just different right now, guys. Anthony Black is a different animal right now on this rebound and assist stat line. I'm looking at Hornets. They don't give up many boards. They give up a lot of assists. To the guard position, it's kind of middle of the pack and then not middle of the pack. So you don't give up a ton of stats to the guards in terms of rebounds and assists. But it's the Hornets, man. I'm expecting Anthony Black to come out here and be able to pull this off for us, especially with all these players missing. Goga out, or potentially. Castleton out. De Silva probable. Suggs is doubtful here. They're missing Wagner, so they're just missing a lot. His usage is way up. He's playing 33.4 minutes per game on average over his last 10. Yeah, I'm taking a chance here on him to give us 9 rebounds and assists. I think that's a good chance. There's a good chance he cashes it here, and let's pull him up. So Anthony Black, 8.5 rebounds and assists, 1.94x on parlay play. Let's check it out on Prizepicks and see where the better value is going to be. Rebounds and assists, 8.5. And who are we going to pair him with? I decided to pair him with Devin Booker for 20 points. Booker's leading scorer for this team. They're missing their other 2 leading scorers. Give me Booker for a lot of usage. He'll put up a lot of points. 19.5 is a very, very low line. He's cashed at 73% of games this season. He cashed at 2 of his last 4 versus the Pelicans. The only reason he hasn't cashed versus the Pelicans in the last 2 is because of blowouts. I told you guys I think the Pelicans could potentially win this. I think Devin Booker does get some good usage here. So they go 27th in the league in terms of points per allowed per game, and then go to the shooting guard and point guard. Not many to point guard, but a lot to shooting guard. So we've got a good matchup versus Booker. Grayson Allen and Jalen Green obviously out, and I do think he gives us 20 points. And that line's very, very low, minus 456 for a reason. He's averaging 18 field goal attempts per game on the season so far. Head-to-head, he's averaging 18.8, so he's still shooting big numbers. Last couple of games, he only had 13, but I do think he gives us this number tonight. So Devin Booker with this line at 19.5. Gives us a 2.15x, which is a good payout, which we'll be locking in if we play it on Prizepicks. Let's check it out first. Booker points. If you can even get him that low. You can't even get Booker that low. So we're playing this one on Prizepick, or a parlay play, hit, place, bet. We're going to lock it in. That's really all I have for today, guys. After this slip loads and locks in live, we can see what the value is at Booker at 24.5 to 2.75x. Not really worth it, in my opinion. So we're just going to hit clear here. That demon play is obviously there on Prizepicks. If you want to play it, you can buy it down if you prefer to. Come over here to track picks. I'm going to refresh so you know they're legit. Can see we took Norman Powell with Markkanen, both over PRA, and then we took Devin Booker 20 points with Anthony Black 8.5 rebounds and assists. And once again, like I said, you can lock this in at like 7.5 or 6.5 if you want Anthony Black to play it safer. I do think he can cash that 8.5 line. I'm taking a risk on this one. This is my favorite slip. This is my least favorite slip. Tell the ones you want. If you don't like one of them, just fade it. If you like both of them, play both of them. It's up to you. But that's what I got for today, guys. Join the Discord if you haven't already. We'd love to have you in there. I do appreciate the love and support from all of you guys, and I'll see y'all in tomorrow's video.